Hey guys, how are you? It's me again, Asiel It's making my next video on my Orisha series, and today we're going to be talking about the Ibejis, or the twins, as they're known in Santeria. As you see in front of me here, I have what's considered the Ibejis, which are these two here. I have the third Ibeji, which is Ideu, and I have the fourth Ibeji, which is Aina. So I'll go in sequence and I'll tell you guys a little bit about each so that you guys can get a bit of an understanding with each of the videos, with each of the Ibejis. So the first two Ibejis are typically the ones you receive whenever you receive the Ibejis will be these two. And they're very small, they're known for being small, and but at the same time they're very important to the people of, Santeros or the Lukumi faith. The Bays are known to be the vanquishers of evil and the defenders of the priests and priestesses. They were the ones who vanquished the devil or the supreme evil from the earth a long time ago using only a drum and their wittiness, pretty much. They got to trick him and scared him into leaving Ileife, so there was no more evil in Ileife thanks to the Ibejis. And they're really good for any just about any type of problem, but mainly for things that have to do when you're trying to defend yourself against someone or something like that. That's what they're really well known for. Like any kids, they love offerings of sweets, candies, toys, and they love to have parties thrown in their honor. And a party for the Ibejis, for any of the Ibejis pretty much, will be just like a kid's party. It will be cake, sweets, toys, lots of kids running around the house, piñatas, all that stuff. So it's just like a party for like, wow, it's very festive and lots of screaming and lots of things going on all around it. Usually, a lot of people will have something similar to what I have, which is an eleke or something made for Chango and another one made for Yemaya, because it's said that the twins, one is a child of Chango and the other was a child of Yemaya. It doesn't really matter which one gets the eleke of which Orisha, because at the end of the day, you really can't tell which one's which. So these are the normal Ibejis, which people mostly refer to as them as Tainde and Cadeo. Then you have here um, Ideu, and Ideu, the correct word is Idou, which is pretty much the third child born after the twins are born. So the Ideu is born after the Ibejis. He's considered one of the Ibejis, although he really doesn't have a counterpart or another sibling. It's just him alone. Ide was also known as the last child of Ochum, and he is known for his ability with riches and wealth and all that stuff. There's many stories about Ideu, many that contradict each other, but he's a very beautiful Orisha, very small also, although obviously mine got a new pot and a couple of new accessories, and today I just placed this new dagger for him. The story behind the daggers is that him, along with other 5 people, were fighting, and they started killing each other pretty much over some treasure. He was the last one, and at the end of the day, he was so wounded from the fight that when Ochun arrived, he just gave her the daggers and all the treasures. So that's one of the stories of how Ochun acquired all of her money, was thanks to Ideu, who somehow became to be known as her child, which I'm sure she was very thankful for all the money and all the wealth he gave her. Ideu likes sweets, like for offering sweets and any fruits, just like his mother Ochun. Usually they're kept very close, or in fact in some houses he'll live inside of with Ochun, like inside of Ochun's sopera. Um, his main thing is pretty much semi-precious stones and precious stones. So that will be more of his things like corals and quartz and all those type of little stones and those type of things. Lots of daggers. He's kind of fancy, but not as fancy as his mother, Chung, of course. And over here we have Aina, which is considered the fourth Ibeyi for most of the time. Aina is the physical manifestation of fire. So that's why I decided to light those candles for her. Aina represents fire, and she is considered to be a daughter of Yamaya, who at some point burnt herself, and that way she got scarred, and that's how she acquired the power of fire, and she became known as Aina, as fire. Um, she's considered to be one of Chango's powers, which is the power of fire, to deal with fire, to throw fire, and to be able to manipulate fire, not be hurt by it. Um, she will be used mostly for any type of situation in which you need to resolve something that you want kind of like a subtle um, help with. That's not going to be too much. Although fire can be very dangerous, Aina tends to be more of a soft type of Orisha. She's very simple. At least to me, she's very simple and very calm. She's not too agitated like other Orishas' energies might be. So her color is obviously red, and I have her with different kind of shades, some pink and some like magenta looking color, and then red. And even her pot, I've had it for about 2 or 3 years before I actually received Aina, because when I saw it, I immediately saw Aina in it. So, but Aina is the fourth Ibeyi. In Santeria, there's 7 Ibejis, if that makes any sense. There's 7 twins. Because Ideu is considered a twin, but he's the third and doesn't have a counterpart. So there's the Ibejis, Taiden Kaendo, Ideu, Aina, and then the other three, which I haven't received, which is why I don't have them in this video. But if whenever I receive them, I will definitely make a video of them as the second part to this video. The base tend to be very simple orishas. A lot of people keep figurines of babies with them and stuff like that. I don't, because I don't like the dolls or any of those things. If I were to buy any dolls, I would probably buy the 2 dolls for these 2 Ibejis, which is the more traditional thing to do. And I will get more of the African dolls. I just haven't bought them or anything. Usually for a Deu, they'll get one, like a regular plastic baby doll that looks like a baby, and they will dress it. A lot of houses will say to dress it in white for 1 full year, and then you will dress it in yellow for the rest of the remainder of the person's life. Usually that's mostly done when you just at the point when you receive it Deu, so that for that first year he's dressed in white, and then after that you switch him to yellow. But I never did with any of my orishas. I never put any type of dolls on them or anything like that. Maybe in the future I will, but for now I haven't. And then with Aina, you would obviously use a baby girl, and you would dress her up in red and any type of fiery dress that you might be able to find. Offerings to Aina, you would probably want to keep them to hot sweets, like if you can find anything that's kind of spicy, sweet but spicy. And then obviously candles and any type of fire, including like if you actually get an actual cauldron and you light fire, you could do that. Or if you, I mean, this will be kind of like in a worst case scenario that you really need to do something with Aina. Of course, you can always get her, create a fire, and then throw her into the fire type of thing, and do you working with the fire as she's in the fire. Ideu, many houses will differ in certain things, but for the most part, they'll agree that Ideu takes a lot of semi-precious stones, and that Ideu takes 5 daggers. I have 3 now, because these two I had bought for him a while ago, and this one I just put on him today. But for the most part, everyone will pretty much be okay with the same explanation. Mainly corals or coral beads like these here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that there, but those coral beads are very much used for him, for his seleke, for his necklaces. And then these Ibejis, which are the first two Ibejis, it will differ from the house you receive it in. Some houses will keep the Ibejis dry, like inside of the sopera, inside of the little pot. The body of the Ibejis will not be covered in water or anything like that. Some houses put a little bit of water, and then some houses put a bunch of water. They just cover up, the entire sopera with water. They'll dump a lot of water into the sopera, and they'll live wet. That's what we call living wet. Strangely enough, some houses do put aina in water also. To me, that makes no sense whatsoever, because how are you going to put fire in water that will put it out? That defeats the purpose of aina. But to each its own. Those are the differences in, depending on the house you get it from, who you get it from, who they got it from, and what ceremony they follow. And in ceremonies for aina, when people are receiving aina, some people would actually feed the fire as part of the ceremony, whereas other people would just have the fire symbolically there, and no blood offering will be given to the fire. In mine, it was done that way. No blood offering was given to it, but the fire was physically there as she was being born. That's pretty much all I have for now. I hope you guys enjoy this short video on the Ibejis, Ideu, and Aina. I will continue to make more videos of all the other orishas I have, and as I acquire more orishas and I receive them, I will try and make videos of those. I've been really busy lately, so I haven't been able to do videos, but I just hope you guys enjoyed this one and that you guys learn a little bit. If you have any questions, just send me an email, post a comment, find me on Facebook, whatever you guys want. Alright, have a good night, guys. Ache, Ache, Ache O.